Noah and the Ark, a testament of faith, obedience, and God's unfailing covenant. The story of Noah and the Ark is one of the most powerful accounts in the Bible, filled with lessons about faith, obedience, and God's mercy. It begins in a time when humanity had fallen deeply into wickedness. Genesis 6:5-6 tells us that God saw how great the evil of mankind had become, and his heart was grieved. Violence, corruption, and immorality covered the earth. Yet amidst this darkness, there was one man who stood out, Noah. He was described as a righteous man, blameless among his contemporaries, and one who walked faithfully with God, Genesis 6:9. Seeing Noah's faith, God decided to spare him and his family while bringing judgment upon the rest of creation. He revealed his plan to Noah, instructing him to build an ark that would serve as a refuge during the coming flood. The ark was no small project. It was to be 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high. Though the exact length of a cubit has been debated, it is generally estimated to be around 18 inches, though some argue sacred cubits were longer. Regardless, the ark would have been an enormous structure, designed to house Noah's family and representatives of every kind of animal. Imagine the faith it took for Noah to undertake such a monumental task. Building an ark of this magnitude in a time when rain and floods may have been foreign concepts would have seemed absurd to those around him. Yet Noah obeyed God without hesitation. His trust in God's command was unwavering, even when faced with ridicule or doubt from others. God instructed Noah to gather 2 of every kind of animal, male and female, along with sufficient food to sustain them during the flood. This was no small feat, but Noah obeyed down to the smallest detail. His obedience wasn't just about following instructions. It was an act of worship and trust in God's plan. When Noah was 600 years old, the time came for God's judgment. The heavens opened, and rain poured down for 40 days and 40 nights. The fountains of the deep were broken up, and water covered the earth, rising high above the mountains. Every living thing outside the ark perished in the flood, but Noah, his family, and the animals aboard the ark were safe. The ark eventually came to rest in the region of Ararat, a place often misunderstood as a single mountain peak. Modern interpretations place Mount Ararat in Turkey, but the Bible refers to Ararat as a region. Regardless of the exact location, it was here that the ark settled as the waters began to recede. As the waters lowered, Noah sent out a raven to search for dry land, followed by a dove. The dove returned, finding no place to rest. After waiting another week, Noah sent it out again, and this time it returned with an olive branch in its beak. This simple branch became a profound symbol of hope and peace, signifying that the earth was beginning to recover and that God's judgment had passed. After the flood waters receded completely, Noah, his family, and the animals disembarked from the ark onto dry land. It was a moment of renewal, a fresh start for humanity and creation. Noah built an altar to the Lord and offered sacrifices in gratitude for their deliverance. God, in response, made a covenant with Noah and all living creatures. In Genesis 9:13, God said, "I have set my rainbow in the clouds, and it will be the sign of the covenant between me and the earth." The rainbow was a promise that God would never again destroy the earth with a flood. It was a sign of his mercy and his faithfulness, a reminder that his judgments are just, but his love endures forever. The story of Noah and the ark is more than just an account of survival. It is a testament to the power of faith and obedience. Noah's unwavering trust in God allowed him to fulfill a seemingly impossible mission, and his obedience brought salvation to his family and the animals aboard the ark. This story also highlights the gravity of sin and the holiness of God. The flood was not an act of arbitrary destruction, but a response to the depth of human wickedness. Yet even in judgment, God's mercy shines through. He preserved Noah and gave humanity a second chance. For us today, Noah's story serves as a reminder of the importance of walking faithfully with God, even when the world around us chooses a different path. It challenges us to trust in God's plans, even when they don't make sense to us. And it reassures us of God's promises, symbolized by the rainbow, that His mercy and faithfulness will never fail. In moments when life feels overwhelming, or when the world seems filled with chaos, let us remember the ark, a place of refuge and safety amidst the storm. Let us remember Noah's faith, which allowed him to stand firm in the face of doubt and uncertainty. And above all, let us remember God's covenant, a promise that His love endures through every trial and storm. May the story of Noah inspire us to live lives of faith and obedience, trusting in God's plans and resting in His promises. And may we always look to the rainbow as a sign of His enduring mercy and grace. God bless